All right, I am back, and this is our dough. You see our dough? And what I did was, after about 30 minutes, I kneaded it again. I put it back in the bowl, and I let it rest again. So now I've got this silicone mat. Let me see if I can. I've got this silicone mat, and I have my rolling pin. I'm going to put a little flour on the mat so that the dough doesn't stick. And you can see that dough is that flour is in some clumps. So let's see if I can put a little bit of that on my hands. There we go. So the dough is not sticking. All right, I'm going to cut the dough in half. Can you see me cutting the dough in half? I don't think so. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna cut the dough in half. I'm gonna take this half and put it back in the bowl and put the plastic back on it. I'll move this out of the way. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cut that one more time. Put that back in the bowl. I'm going to take this piece, roll it into a ball, put some flour on my rolling pin, and I am going to roll this out as thin as I can possibly get it to roll. And in a circle if possible. There we go. And I hope I don't have too much flour on here, but I want this to be thin, because then I'm going to take oh yeah, that's working out pretty good. And I know you're supposed to use these parts, but I can put a little bit more pressure on it this way. All right. Oh yeah, that's nice and thin. Let's see, let me go this way with it. Come back on this side. There we go. So now I'm going to take one of my tops that I use on my jars for a juice. And let's see, this might be too all right. Yeah, that didn't come out good. Let's see if I can flip this over. Maybe I should have yeah, I rolled a little too thin without flipping it over first. Okay, let's try this again. It's okay that, there we go. It's okay that didn't quite work out at first. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these ends here, and I can rework those. maybe I'll get a bigger, let's see how this goes. See if this works. There we go. That's a good size right there for a dumpling. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll take this dough, I'll knead it back into another ball. So, you know, once it doesn't work out like you want it to, you can always rework the dough. So I'm going to knead that back into a ball. I'm going to use my rolling pin again. And this time, instead of rolling it out so thin, I will make sure that I turn it like my mom used to do for making pie crusts. So I'm sure that some of you have watched your mom or your grandma make those kind of things. And it's pretty much the same when you're working with making a pastry. But you do want this dough to be thin. You don't want your dumplings to be thick. We aren't making like chicken and dumplings, so. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna turn it over one more time. See if I can, uh-oh. I need a little more flour. Put some at the end of my thing here. There we go. So it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. Yes, yes. Now, I should be able to cut my dough. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So I can take this piece, knead it back again, take the rolling pin, roll it out, and I can get something that's just rounder so it doesn't make the little lip from the measuring cup. All right, it's still a little thick. Yeah, and I am putting some pressure on it to, you know, thin it out. There we go. So I'm going to get one of my larger tops, which, yeah, that's about the same size. And I'll just put it in the middle here. And that gives me a perfect, I was going to say it gives me a perfect round, but that didn't break off. There we go. That's good. So now we'll take these, and I've got 4 of them right here. I'm not going to do all the dough in front of you. I'll take these 4 rounds, and let's see. I might even, there we go, round them out just a little bit more. Okay. Now, I have my vegetables here. So I sauteed my vegetables. And let me tell you exactly what the vegetables are. And instead of cutting up the vegetables myself, I used a bag of this kale salad that I like. Let's see. Here it is. A bag of this kale salad that I like. I opened. I sauteed it in sesame oil, along with those same seasonings that I used for the dough. that I season my dough with. So it's the granulated onions and granulated garlic, some of that nature seasoning, and a little bit of salt. And I don't use soy sauce. I use coconut aminos. But when you stir fry, or kind of saute your vegetables, you want to saute your vegetables so they're already done when you put them inside your wrap. You want to do it with some toasted sesame oil. That gives you that Asian flavor. So let me tell you what the vegetables are. The vegetables are broccoli stalk, cabbage, Brussels sprout, kale, and chicory. Now, I personally do like to have carrots in here, but I didn't have any carrots, and I wasn't trying to go to the store to buy anything. So I'm going to use let me not use that one. I was going to say I'm going to use my teaspoon. Where's my teaspoon? I have a teaspoon in here. Here we go. My teaspoon. I'm going to take a teaspoon. That's not big enough. That's not enough. Here, we'll do this. My teaspoon of vegetables. We'll put it in the center of the wrap. I'll also put some scallions, some green onions in here. We'll fold it over. See, I'm going to fold towards you. We'll fold it over this way. Then we'll take it. We'll pinch forward, forward, forward. There we go. If you can see that, my dumpling. Let me do another one. And once I get them all filled, I'll take them and, all right, let's do this one. Fold, forward, forward. You pinch, well, I should say pinch them together. You pinch them together at the top. Make sure your vegetables are in there. Yeah, and it's not the best, but it's fresh. And there are no added preservatives in here. Also, I'm going to do some stir fry vegetables. I like those Asian flavors. So yeah, I'm going to do some pinch and pinch and pinch and pinch, pinch, pinch. Make sure your stuffing is in there. Pinch, pinch, and pinch. There we go. So once I get them all filled, I'll come back and I'll show you how I'm going to stir fry them, or how I'm going to fry the dumplings, just by putting some sesame oil into, there we go, pinch, 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 into the pan, and then adding the dumplings. And you want to just let them brown, and once they brown, you add a little water and you let them steam. So that's it for now. I'm going to do them all and I'll come back and let you see how they look. All right.